Hey, welcome back. Let's Pay TV in the house. Good to see you guys. We're always glad to see you here. Though it's always, at the same time, hard to keep going, right? It's hard to keep doing what we do. Dream Substance. Oh, kisses. Thank you. What's up, Ian? All right, Tempori 54. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so but it is hard. It is hard to always get motivated. This whole self-starting thing, being well, being self-employed and being your own boss has its advantages, obviously, but man, it is not easy to just keep coming. You have to. It's almost like you have to reinvent yourself every day. You can't go on. It's like you can't go on cruise control. I mean, you could, but then that wears out, and then where's your inspiration? Anyway, inspiration is hard to be. It's hard to be motivated all the time. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Sam, we sold some of the plates, but though we have about 40 left, so better get in on get one of your get one of those collector plates. Only 46 will be made. I don't know if we will actually ever make 46, depending on if there's a market for them. We've six of them. Well, only five actually. Five. So you got it, bro. Just damn. Yep, Mr. Paint. What's going on? You guys are on fire in the chat room. My goodness. I took yesterday off. I was feeling kind of down. I had sort of a sometimes where you feel like you didn't do it right in terms of an encounter with basically a criminal. So my you know what I mean? Like you feel like I felt bad about my, I don't know. So I was kind of in a funky mode. Like, why did I even have to deal with this nonsense? All right. Anyway, so I took the day off. I feel better now. So it's a good example of how time hopefully can heal. It's a good example on a small level for sure, because it was pretty minor to some degree, I guess. All right. Well, Dream Substance. Any tips to get motivated dealing with the same thing? What are the tips? Sometimes you got to go slow on the tips, or you know what I mean. Sometimes doing the dishes, which by the way I'm not good for doing, but or in my case, I stretched some canvas, like or I threw some stuff away, like I kind of cleaned house a little bit. That's good. Or just go through some bad ideas. Also, go through some bad ideas, or if maybe they're good, ideas, but you just kind of hack. Sometimes you got to hack away. Drugs, says Tampori 54. That can backfire. Drugs and drinking, that can backfire, honestly. And I think, as you all know, substance abuse is has its benefits, obviously, in terms of inspiration at times, but it seems to always bite everyone in the butt at some point, and so then it's the whole question. Well, is it really doing you any good? And so that's a personal journey that you might have to deal with. All right, so great questions in the chat room. Great questions. And well, we're hopefully take take some more questions. I'm not going to answer them all because I'm going to work on a painting. We're going to work on a painting here. I kind of, like probably a lot of you, you're somewhat, well, here in the United States, a little overwhelmed by this sort of weird situation we've been confronted with. Though we've been in with it, This problem, it's been a non-stop issue for 4+ years, and we're hopefully going to be, this will be it, hopefully. Anyway, so at least that's how I look at it, and I think that's how most people do look at it that way. I know it sounds like a joke, but when you do the treadmill and paint, how do you keep your shirt clean? Okay, that's not even. I mean, I don't know. I don't really understand that question, but all right. So anyway, I got a little sketch that I did, and it's of the United States flag, constipated, taking a dump. And that's kind of that's what we feel. I don't know. Like I said, if you're here in the United States, that's what it feels like for me personally. Now, maybe if you're on the other side of the equation and you're not feeling that, you're feeling another. You're feeling other emotions. But that's how I feel. Another weird question. Yeah, oil on wood. Yeah, on wood. Well, the inauguration plates that I have, that's oil on wood. Oil on wood. Yeah, you just do it. You just paint right on the wood. Not a problem. In fact, it's a harder surface, so the main thing is that if you're sensitive and you feel like you can't handle it, then you start to pick a preference. I remember this famous artist, felt as though that working on a hard surface, AE panel, wood panels, was the way to go for that person, and they couldn't handle the canvas. The bounce from the canvas. They that's how they rolled, And the guy's famous, but that's how they do it. I for the longest time didn't feel comfortable working on a hard surface, and I enjoyed the bounce, and I still do, but I don't. I feel kind of fluid with the paint, And so being fluid with the paint means that I'm not, I don't have an issue with working on various surfaces. I don't have an issue with that. I'm over it. I got over it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to put my mark on anything and everything. Okay, run off now, Dream. Run off. You go running off. You like it? Darth Cody says I like them bouncy too. Yeah, I do. I think I do favor that to some degree. Though sometimes if you stretch your own canvases and you don't stretch it tight enough, then the bounce starts hitting the wooden support on the back. That's holding the. Anyway, I think you know what I'm talking about. That happens. Sam, you want to plug your art? Well, Dad, do it right in the chat room. Plug it right in the chat room, my friend. Go ahead. Have you ever thought about this? If you throw something in the air, isn't it technically a boomerang? It's a good question. Don Boyle says hi. Oh, hey, I know that. I know that guy. I mean, I don't know him, but I mean, I mean, I've never met him officially. I actually, the last event that I performed at, which was last year, was for a major entertainers record release party at the Satellite, and Don Boyles was there. I didn't meet him, but I saw him there, and performing, and I performed, and Tom Green performed, and Neil Hamburger performed, and who else? I know there a handful of other people performed on it. This is so much fun hanging out. I might not even get to painting here, but I do plan on doing so. What, you're not supposed to use Facebook, huh? Do you ever? I gotta say, I get sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's depression or something. Maybe, I guess that's what it is. You know, like, I think we all have some form of depression at times, and sometimes you just go, man, I'm just gonna delete it all. And sometimes you do. I do get that feeling sometimes, like, I'm just gonna delete all my YouTube videos. I'm just gonna delete Facebook. And then I go, I guess I could do that. It'd be kind of fun to do in a weird way. Just to disappear. Just to disappear. Be kind of fun. It would be a good art piece, really, to just totally disappear. And not even have an email. Or don't respond to anyone's emails. Just bomb. I'm out of here. It might happen. I could get into a funk where I may very well just do that. But... And then there'll be a handful of people, like, you know, knocking on my door going, "You okay, man?" And I'd be probably wouldn't be terribly okay. So it probably would be a sign, I guess, that I'm not okay. But in some ways, you know, this internet stuff, I think, also makes people kind of crazy. You know, I mean, clearly, we have a president that's you know, you know, that is. That's what being crazy is, from you know, being obsessed, and you know, the internet created this, and so it wouldn't be such a bad idea to not be doing the internet. Am I okay? I'm okay, Sam. How are you? I actually feel good. I feel good. I'm just saying, I was kind of, but you're supposed to look. If you're gonna have like a run-in with somebody in real life, there's a decompression aspect that comes into play, and you're not human if you don't have any of that working for you, with you, and that's what makes you human and makes you realize what, you know, what's going on and all that. So no, that's just one of those things. So but it does make you kind of go, man, that I, you know, did I do it? Did I respond correctly? You know, like all this stuff. You know, first of all, I'm not the one that was doing the crime, you know, but I'm the one observing the crime, you know. And so how do I respond to that, you know? And did I overreact? You know, like, what, you know, it's like, oh man, just why even have to deal with that? Well, you know, and then that just, okay. I'm talking abstract here because I'm not going to explain it ever exactly what happened, but just saying that it's real life stuff. Hey, but real life It's real life. Deal with it. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good time. Okay, let's get on to painting here. I'm gonna stop rattling on. I don't mind rattling on. By the way, I just another programming note. I made a decision. I'm not going to be doing the Reddit show anymore. At least for the time being. I don't know if anyone was actually even watching it, frankly. We did get quite a lot of viewers, but at the same time, I felt like I wasn't getting anything back from it. Initially, it was exciting, and then I've lost my interest in it. I may go back to it, but I'm going to take a break from it. So I don't think it had anything to offer me. It was like a void. I got thousands of viewers, yeah, but they were nothing viewers. They were not substantial. They may have been viewers, but they were in this. Like I said, I'm reevaluating it. I'm going to take a break. Maybe I come back to it, but I think I'm going to not, because I'm losing interest and I'm not feeling comfortable with the operation that I was providing. Initially, I was, and plus I was doing it at 11 o'clock in the morning. For me, I barely have enough energy, to get up for doing, hanging out with you guys at 6 o'clock, at night. 11 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it takes a lot it takes a lot for me. I'm not a morning person, so. Okay, so let's see what I can do here with this idea. I want to maybe put this painting here somewhere. Okay, I kind of know what I want, so I don't need to really look at that picture because the picture's not so much. Yeah, it was a morning show, 11 a.m. And the zombie viewers, right, Tom? That's what it felt like, zombies. It was there was no interaction. I didn't feel like I could have the interaction. Plus, I have to film with just the one iPhone, so there's just one camera shot, and because of that, I'm not able to read the chat, so I'm not able to interact with people. It's just I got a lot out of it, but I'm taking a break. Just taking a break. Fro asked this question, and I'll be happy to answer this. The question is, do you use bad brushes that wear out quick or nice ones that you wash a lot? Well, I do use the cheap China bristle brushes, the flats. I use the flats. I don't use high heels. I don't use the filberts. Don't use the filberts. That's a waste. I never understood why they make a filbert brush. I really don't, honestly. That's where they take a flat and then they round the edge so that you don't have a flat, and it defeats the purpose of a brush. What the beauty of a flat brush is that you can make fine lines with that little edge on the flat part there. Anyway, that's my so I use cheap brushes, but I always buy the China bristle brushes. They come in packs of like 5 different sizes, and for like $5, and you get like 10, 12 of them, and those things last. They last, and then they wear out a little bit. And then I also use a big brush that's like more like a $10 brush, and it's also China bristle brush. Okay, let's get going on with this idea. Okay, here we go. How are we going to do this? Let's just get started. Can always fix it. Well, let me look at the drawing. The drawing will help. I have it on a... Let's see. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, this is coming along. I kind of like how it lined up. It's lining up. Let's get some paint thinner. Paint thinner. All right. Doing good. Doing good. We need some common sense paint reform. I like that. That's funny. Very funny. Okay. Okay, let's see. We got the premise here going on. Let's see if we can expand on it. You were asking about brushes. I just broke out some new brushes to paint with that I hadn't, because I was using these old ones. They kind of, they lose their, at some point you have to retire them. Now I sell my used brushes actually on my Etsy store, so you can always get one of my used brushes. Now I was complaining I had some white paint that was really hard to work with. It was really thick and hard to move. The paint wouldn't spread very easily, and then this paint is too watery. It's crazy. Okay, but it's okay. Well, we'll survive. We'll survive. Let me see. Let's see. I don't like that blue. I think I need to get a more. Cat ultramarine blue. I think I got some other kind of funky blue going on there. Yeah, in fact, I called the paint company. I asked them. I said, "What's going on with this white? What's is this okay?" You know, it's like a little runny than usual. And they said, "Oh yeah, it's okay. It's just a little more runnier than usual. It will dry, so I'm okay then." So this is an idea that I drew and sketched, and so is it going to materialize into something, anything more than just a bad idea? That's entirely possible. That it may not. Okay, so I already know I need a. All right, let's take a call here. Hello, caller. Who's this? Yeah, talk to me. Oh yeah. Okay, well, we got the idea. The idea is here. I just need to maybe do some fine tuning. Yeah, obviously. Okay, I think we kind of got the idea, didn't we? Okay, so we're just gonna fine tune this a little bit. Uh, Maybe I don't need that. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Okay. More white. More white. Well, the idea is pretty much here, and so it's pretty much we're just gonna clean the background just a tad bit. Get some paint on the. Here and there. basically done. I don't know what to do to it next other than just that's it. But something might ask me to talk to me and say, look, you need to fix this. Who's that? It's just my my inner self, I guess. All right. Okay. We did it. We did it. We'll take a picture. I'll post it up on my Instagram. I think we got our point across. Okay. Let me take a picture of this. Okay. All right, guys. That's the show. I mean, I guess we got a few more minutes left. I guess I could hang out for you for a few minutes. If you'd like, we could hang out. Let's take a call. Hello, caller. Who's this?
This is John.
What's up, John?
I was just noticed the picture, the painting. It's
Oh, I'm sorry. You something happened with the call. All right, just a couple more minutes. I'll go ahead and post this up on my Instagram while we're at it. Go to the top of the hour. Maybe fix this one thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I just posted it up on Instagram. And be sure to like it. That's always good. Appreciate it. All right. Thanks for hanging out. I feel a sneeze coming. I think I got a sneeze coming. It's coming. Kind of subsided. You ever do that? You psych yourself out. For sure you thought the sneeze was coming, but it didn't come. By the way, I did look up just now the definition for constipation. Let me just read it to you. Constipation refers to bowel movements that are infrequent or hard to pass. The stool is often hard and dry. Other symptoms may include abdominal pain, bloating, and feeling as if one has not completely passed the bowel movement. Symptoms. Infrequent or hard to pass bowel movements, abdominal pain, bloating. Causes. Slow movement of stool within the colon. Irritable bowel syndrome. Okay. Risk factors. Diabetes, Parkinson's disease. Oh my God. Laxatives of the bulk forming agent, osmotic agent, stool softener, blah, blah, blah. Scary. Okay. It's like I don't really want to know about that stuff until I need to know, I guess. You know, that's like the medicine and stuff and ailments and stuff. It's like, do you really want to know all that stuff? I don't want to know any of that stuff unless, of course, I have to deal with it. And I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I'm not dealing with none of it. Well, that's just the sad fact is that we all have to deal with something. Give or take one way or the other. Something comes by, knocks on our door and go, hey, I'm here, buddy. Deal with me. All right. Seafroad says, everyone drink your prune juice. All right. We'll see you tomorrow then. We'll see you tomorrow. I think I'll be on again tomorrow. We'll just hang out again. I think. Okay then. That's it. Thanks again for hanging out. We had fun. I got a painting that I kind of wanted to put down, kind of my thoughts on this moment, you know. Okay, this time and place. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Good night.